Okay, so just after my countdown, we can start, sir. So it's three, two, one. We are live to the audience. We can start this meeting. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, friends. And this is Arpan Kumar Paul welcoming you all to Life Pharma Coalition. Today is LPC 164. It is said that when a drop of water falls in a lake, it loses its identity. But when the same drop of water falls on a leaf, it shines. Now, Life Pharma Coalition is that leaf which allows every leader from the pharmaceutical industry to come, express their opinions, share their experience, and create a niche place for themselves in this wonderful pharmaceutical industry. And throughout this 163 sessions that we have had so far, we have had the length and breadth of the pharma industry, the top leaders, the middle level leaders, and everybody who have been in this industry and who have done something good for the industry. They have always given us their time and have come and shared their experience, their learnings, and most important, their thoughts on this pharma industry. Well, we have all heard of Tenzing Sherpa, and we have also heard of Edmund Hillary. Now, why have we heard these names? Well, Edmund Hillary was the first person to conquer Mount Everest. But how many of us know that he did not conquer Mount Everest in his first attempt? Now, this is the big winner. When he tried to scale the huge mountain for the first time, he failed. Second time again, he came to conquer it. He again failed. While leaving, he left behind a wonderful note, which is very important for all of us. He said that, dear Mount Everest, as a mountain, you cannot grow, but as a human being, I can definitely grow. And next time, I will come and conquer you. And indeed, Edmund Hillary kept his word. Yes, the third time, he could actually conquer Mount Everest. So, dear friends, it is always said that falling is never failing. We may fall, but our credibility lies in rising up every time that we fall, because every falling comes with it a world of learning, because it gives us wonderful lessons that we otherwise would not have been able to learn. And in Life Pharma Coalition, we have this privilege of having so many wonderful leaders who have made a great name for themselves in the pharma industry. And every Sunday, they come to share with us their experiences. And this is what gives us a wonderful opportunity to learn and maybe make ourselves the best version that we possibly can. We can definitely take these learnings to go ahead in the pharma industry, to promote ourselves in the pharma industry, but most importantly, become thought leaders in the pharma industry. Well, now before I get along with this session, let me take you through the journey of LPC so far. So welcome to Life Pharma Coalition, which is a global knowledge and networking forum for pharma professionals. We basically go into topics which are concerned with manufacturing, sales and marketing, global packaging, supply chain, HR, L&D, and academics. Now, this is the strong LPC executive team who carry on the torch of illuminating the minds of learning and development of pharma professionals every Sunday, sharp at 11 o'clock. We also have a wonderful team of mentors and advisors who are always available for us whenever we need their advice. So thank you so much for believing in us and being with us. So thank you so much, Pharma Ratna Award 2022, for giving us the Pharma Ratna Award for the best healthcare webinar of the year. Thank you, Shaba sir, for considering us for this award. And this has given us a responsibility of being better and bigger than what we were last year. And believe me, sir, we will always promise you that we'll definitely put our best foot forward in our endeavor towards learning and development. Well, when COVID closed the doors for physical connect, LPC opened the doors for virtual learning. But when we touched our 100th session, it was a physical meet at Courtyard by Marriott. And thank you so much to the entire pharmaceutical fraternity for supporting us and being with us in this wonderful session. Our second physical connect was at LPC 125 Conclave, Ahmedabad. And it was so wonderful gesture from Dr. Ganesh Naik to be the guest of honor and enlighten us with his wonderful journey and learnings and experiences from this pharma industry. We are truly indebted to him for his precious time. Our third physical meet was LPC Conclave 3.0 at Navi Mumbai. And this time we took one small step forward that was involving the students of pharmaceutical management in our learning endeavor. Because we believe that today's students are tomorrow's leaders. And this was a small step that we took in involving students along with the entire pharmaceutical fraternity. And thank you so much, SIES School of Business Studies, Navi Mumbai, and the pharmaceutical industry for giving us that support. And carrying that legacy forward, it was the turn of LPC 150 Conclave at Hyderabad, where we brought in the NIPO students along with the pharmaceutical industry. And thank you so much for the wonderful support that you have given to us during LPC 150 Conclave at Hyderabad. Now, today we have a wonderful speaker, and basically he is going to dwell on the topic of inspiring sales team for high performance, because we always believe that the salespeople need to get a lot of motivation, need to get a lot of inspiration so that they can walk that extra mile to complete their target and bring about that high performance. And to speak on this wonderful topic, we have Mr. Sheikh Mohsin Ahmed, who is the divisional sales manager at JB Pharma. So along with me, we have two wonderful gentlemen to take this show forward. First, Mr. Yashwant Mishra, who is the founder director, Benzin Ring Learning Solutions, and Mr. Nasiruddin Chishti, who is the zonal business manager of Mediarc Healthcare Limited. So without much ado, I will hand over the next part of the session to Mr. Yashwant Mishra so that he can give a brief overview of today's topic as well as introduce our speaker for the day. So over to you, Yashwant sir.
Thank you very much, Arpan. It is great to hear from you in the beginning of Life Pharma Coalition to give an overview. And good morning, all the viewers. We are humbled, we are grateful for all your continuous support and encouragement that we are able to keep the momentum alive in LPC. LPC 164 is the today's episode, and very shortly we are coming to LPC 175 Conclave, another landmark in LPC journey, which will be there in September 2nd. And definitely we'll announce all the details about the LPC 175 Conclave, which is going to be bigger, better, and brighter. And come to today's episode. Performance, driving people for the performance. When it comes to performance excellence, there are two components of performance excellence. One is the capability, and second is the effort. Any pharma sales force, some pharma sales force who want to be excellent in performance, they need to focus on their capabilities and they need to focus on their effort. And capability comes from knowledge and skill. Capability comes from knowledge and skill, and effort comes from positive attitude and passion. This is the winning formula for the performance. And to talk on this more about how to drive our salespeople, how to motivate the salespeople for higher performance, we have Mr. Sheikh Mohsin Ahmed, who is the sales head, divisional sales head in JB Pharma. Mohsin have been associated with us, me particularly, for a long time in Cipla days and JB days. I have observed him as one of the driving leader who always believes in driving people for the higher performance. And he is a people-oriented leader who knows how to drive. So he is the subject matter expert when it comes to performance excellence. So thank you very much, Mohsin, to accept our invite and be a speaker for today's session. A brief about Sheikh Mohsin, if you ask me, he is having more than 15 years of experience in pharmaceutical industry, more than 13 years in Cipla at a various level, right from management trainee to marketing executive, then district manager, then regional manager, then zonal head. And last 1.5 years, he is in JB Pharma. good people for good health. That is the logo they have, and they are doing great work. If you observe last 3 to 4 years, JB Pharma is evolving like one of the fastest growing pharmaceutical company, and contribution of Mohsin also cannot be ignored in this journey. So I would request Mohsin to give a brief overview of the topic.
Yeah, good morning all, and thanks Yashwant sir for nice introduction and Arpan to setting the context of this today's LPC 164 live pharma coalition. So today I'm going to talk on how we should deliver a good high performance sales team, where I'm trying to give my major focus on how one should bring a trust of team, how as a leader we can optimize our leadership, the regular part of our pharma cycle world, how this life cycle of our sales and marketing will run out, and as a leader, where I should intervene, where what are do's and don'ts, and how what are the opportunities which one should grab to motivate my team, to support my team, and grow my team horizontally and vertically, and what are the factors which kills a productivity of leaders. So that's how my talk is surrounding, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very interesting topic, Mohsin. And with us as a co-moderator, we have Mohammad Nasruddin Chisti, who is one of the core team member of Live Pharma Coalition. Nasruddin is always there in all the LPC conclave. He is always there to support us. Thank you very much, Nasruddin, for taking time out for today's episode. What is your opinion, Nasruddin, about the topic, how to motivate sales team for higher performance? Unmute.
Good morning,
Yes.
LPC viewers. Yeah, good morning, LPC viewers. Thanks for giving opportunity, sir, to be as a moderator in this session 164. So mostly, as in collaboratively, we need to be on same page when we are, looking for inspiring sales high performance team. So vision clarity and other things like strategies, implementation of strategies, uh, timely monitoring, control and monitoring of the strategies. As Mohsin has tell that trust of team should be taken from our end, sir. And even timely recognition to team. If someone is performing well, so timely recognition motivates the team to perform well. And during joint field work as a manager, we can identify many gaps on which we can work and inspire the team, sir.
Thank
Over
you
to
very much. Thank you very much. Keep on sharing your views and learnings. I request all the viewers to keep on sharing their learning also in chat box. Let us keep the chat box active and the relevant questions. After the presentation, we will take the relevant question and try to address as a panel. Now, for the next session, I hand over to Sheikh Mohsin Ahmad for the presentation.
I hope
Yes,
my
it is
screen.
visible.
Yeah. Yeah. So once again, good morning, team. I think the talk which I'm going to deliver is how to increase the sales effectiveness. So, but before moving out that topic of sales effectiveness, I think one should look towards what our life cycle look towards when we working in sales and marketing, and majorly in pharma sales and marketing. So I think the basic foundation is started from right hiring. It matters. It play the crucial role, because if you are hiring the right people, then the chances of getting success is major of your job is here. So 70% of success is lies behind on your right hiring and right task delegation to my team member. If I'm considering a right talent with a right mindset, right domain, what kind of requirement is there, accordingly, if my onboarding is there, so definitely my success level get increased. The second, I think task of my cycle is onboarding and selling of a vision, because as Yashwant sir rightly told that we at JV now we have been known for good people, for good at, but the journey which we people have traveled in last 2 years and become a fastest growing industry's fastest growing pharma marketing company, the major thing which we had been successful is onboarding of people and selling out our vision to them, that what kind of opportunity we are able to provide, what kind of platform we are able to provide, what kind of support system we are able to provide. Third important thing is again development and nourishment of our people and their time to time coaching. Then once you had been put your all efforts you must have a directional review. Again, when it comes to review, we'll have an in-depth discussion on to do's and don'ts of review. But review, it's a basic part, and I think once review to be happen to understood the gaps and what would be the my actionable. It is not to be just to have an kind of pharma anger or pharma pressure. Though my review doesn't mean that. Review means it's a direction, it's a vision which will give me what should I should drive next, what one as a leader should to do, and then time, motivation to team, support, and R&R. And again, then task delegation. So these are our cycle of marketing get started. So we'll see what are the steps of success. If somebody want to be a leader, drive a team with high performance, I think for me, the step of success are building the trust. See, it is the most important aspect, that how your people are aligned with you, how your team is having trust on you. Because if you are able to build the trust of people, then definitely you are able to bring anything. It's not difficult. There is a phrase in Marathi, then Hindi, patthar se bhi pani nikal jayega. Yes, it is possible, but it is possible only and only when your team is having trust on you. Positive work environment. What kind of work culture and environment I am giving? Whether I am looking towards for my work-life balance of my people, whether I'm unbiased leader, that matters a lot. So second step of success, what I find is positive work environment. Getting in the trenches. See, in sales, no days are equal. You know, there are some things which are in your control, some natural calamities, some natural problems which are not in your control. So how you're dealing with your team in such trenches, how you're wearing the different hats of manager, that's again the most important role of leadership. Setting goal and celebrating them when teams are getting accomplished. Optimizing your leadership style, right review which strengthen the communication. Offering opportunities for our team growth and development, and recognizing rewarding them on their performance. So these are my steps of success. I will try to elaborate pointer by pointer what I mean to that pointer. So when I'm talking about building the trust, so what are the factors which affects to win the trust of people? First is how I am selling my vision and what are be the future opportunities for my team. Because everyone in this era or the generation of these people, they are not only working for job security. Now people are enhancing, people are ready to accept the challenges. The people are want to move from comfort zone. It's the old era where people want to say, okay, I had joined and now I want to be there for next 20-25 years. I want a retirement. No, now newer generation, the new people want, apart from job security, what kind of growth opportunity my leader is giving to me, what kind of challenges I am getting, and how is helping me out to succeed that challenges. Right connect to team. When connect to team, then what kind of platform I am providing, how I am accessible to my team to share their every difficulty. Wherever they get stuck, whether I am available, visible, that means a connect to team. Right listening and solution provider. It is the key skill of leader that one should have to drive a performing team, that you should be a good listener and good solution provider. As a leader, as a manager, one should see what are the discover the training needs of my team. Resource and support system to make that 90 seconds more productive. So because ultimately for a medical rep, these 90 seconds are more important, because in this 90 seconds, he need to deliver whatever he need to omit, whatever all that pain is carrying. To make a 10 call or one call, he's investing 2 to 3 hours in traveling, in waiting, and lot many things. In all natural problems, in all difficulties, is reaching to that. So as an individual, how I am making that 90 seconds productive, how I am helping my team, what kind of resources I am providing to make this 90 seconds productive, and then those people are doing good, what kind of new challenges I am throwing to them. And while throwing the challenges, my job is not only to throw the challenges, but throwing challenges and partnering my team to get it success. So these are how one can build the trust. What do you mean by providing a positive work environment? I think fostering a positive and supportive culture with the people, encouraging open communication feedback, because if I want to say my team performance to be improved, I need to see how much my team is open, how they are easily accessible to me, how me and my manager, my leaders are accessible to them to give a right communication and feedback. How timely I am doing a recognition and rewarding to my people. So recognition and rewarding, it doesn't only lies in that I'm elevating someone, or I'm just talking on I'm talking to someone only on the basis of, but how I'm providing a platform for his horizontal growth, for his vertical growth, how I'm recognizing him, how I'm being connected. That all things build a positive work environment among the people. Transparency in the system, again, that's a crucial important to bring a positive work in the system. Get in the trenches. Again, as I told, as a leader, as a manager, I think all FLM responsibilities, second line manager responsibilities, that how I'm showing wearing the different managerial hats to support my team in trenches, or how I'm setting how I'm showing them the role of leader by showing them the vision. Everyone know the vision which Mr. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose has given to all of us, all of their soldiers. With tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga. So same way, what kind of goal and vision I am giving to my people, that if they are putting their hard-fought efforts, what I am giving to them, it's only money, then doesn't affect, because every alternate pharma is giving money. But what I am giving beyond them money, what kind of vision I am selling them, that's the most important. How I am wearing a hat of coach. Because coach, when I'm saying a coaching, the real life coaching is joint field work. Best example, best coaching to be happen on field. Then how I'm coaching my team to train on market tricks. That's the most important. How I'm acting as a trainer to improve the capability of my field force. And how I'm being a manager to analyze, how I'm analyzing things to channelize. See, analytic is never mean that I should show out all negativity what my sales people had bought out. But analyze is always meaning of analyze, or analyze to do is to channelize the thing. Okay, if my one person is able to bring 10 good things, 5 reds are there. So how I'm appreciating him on that 10 green and finding out solution on 5 red. That's another role of majorly here role of first line manager and second line manager to helping the team in the trenches. My another, I think to make team more performing, as a leader, you should be take care of work-life balance with my people, how I am providing a work-life balance to them, how I am increasing the joint field productivity of my area manager and regional manager, how my reviews are happening, whether my reviews are happening on a direction base. After my review, my sales people, my medical rep or my area manager is getting certain direction, or it's just a bombardment review, or it's just that sales anger has been percolating down the line. If that thing will happen, then again your structure get collapsed. Role clarity. Many times it has been happen that people are wearing different shoes. What I mean to say, people are wearing different shoes. FLM is involving into the ME role, ME is involved, and second line manager is involving into FLM role. So as a leader, we should have a very thoughtful clarity on our people role building, that what kind of my expectation are with ME, what are my expectation and governance with second line, first line manager, and same with second line manager. As a leader, I should thought of that what kind of resources and input I am giving sales team to increase the connect with customer, because the way market is changing, now market is shifting towards more science-based relation. So how that science-based relation, how timely my training is happening to increase the sales effectiveness of my people, how I'm providing an input which my team is able to discuss inside the chamber and bring by the time of customer. Here I need to look out. Then how I'm delegating the responsibility of future talents. Second layer of leadership and playing on people's strength. That's again an important thing which one should do. And while doing all things, a leader should have a proper control on progress and performance measurement of every individual. how every person is performing, how his progress going is on, and he should keep and maintain the record of that to avoid unbiasedness and to avoid frustration in the system. I think a major role of manager to increase the self-effectiveness, that one should act as a leader. Why I'm talking that one should act as a leader? Because see, there are typical ways to handle. If there are certain problem, I'm giving a timing solution. It's an behavior of manager. But as a leader always thought of how I can change these permanently. So tomorrow, this kind of situation will never arrive. So as a leader, I should be an innovator. I should see what kind of change I can bring, what kind of change in culture I can bring, what kind of effectiveness I can bring, and how I can be a more inspiring to my people rather than motivating. Because once inspiration has been developed inside my team, then he doesn't require a regular motivation. So if person is become self-inspired, then he will bring 10 outcomes to you. So that journey, I think we should need to travel to that first line manager to need to travel to inspire our people. The one of the crucial path and crucial role of a manager or to make sales team effective is review. And while doing review, I think there are certain do's and don'ts which every individual to look out, because many times it happen that review happen on a very short notice, review happen on a short duration, review happen without pre-work. I think that some do's and don'ts that every individual to be out. That right review, always see what good team done. Whenever you are starting any review, always start with the first a good things which my team has done. Definitely, I'm there, I'm doing a review to understand his gap, but just to first build his confidence, to gain him empowerment, to make him more energetic. First, we should start with what good he has done. Then we should show him the, okay, boss, this 10 things you have done good, these 5 things you have done good. Probably if these 3 also had been developed, you would be on a different note. So that empower the people, that motivate somebody. Okay, my boss is thinking not only on the angle of organization, but he's thinking how I can be a better individual. Don't judge people only on the outcome basis, because there are many things. One should be reviewed on the effort rather than the outcome or rather than the sales number, because sales number may get affected because of some distribution crisis, because of some other seasonal issues or whatever. But is my team member is good in efforts? Is my team member is right on process? I think that to be a right point to review out. Always a manager should be set while for a team review with a proper pre-work with a customized pointer. If I'm reviewing a team of 10 people, my pointer to review of 10 people should not be same. I should understand what are the challenges with headquarter A and person A. What are the challenges with team B? And then accordingly, my conversation gets started with him. So in a shorter time, I will convey crystal clear and crisp message to a particular individual. Always ask a right question, which will open up the people and create a help to understand a gap. Because once you understood the gap, then you will able to create infrastructure to team in terms of their training needs, in terms of their support plan and everything. And one of the key important thing while reviewing any non-performing headquarter or any non-performing place, I think we should first start with what kind of support we are doing with them to bring him back on bring back on right path, on correct path. Because majority of the time what happened, the critical headquarter, critical place get more departure and it become critical and be critical. So to reviewing critical headquarters or critical places or critical issues, I think we should before going with on that one, I should jot down what kind of support I am giving there. Then I think my review to be happen. There are some don't do review without pre-work. Don't forget to review and performing individual, because majority of the time what happen or what tradition is there in pharma, that if somebody is doing excellent in numbers, we should forget to take his review. But it is the right place. It is the right individual, because he can guide you to extract more. Because it is the right, because when somebody is on a high performing node, he's very open-minded, he is very confident, and it is the right productive time that you should interact with him more. You should go do a deep dive with this person, then he can give a plenty of more success story to you and more paths to you to drive the team, to drive the branch in market, to drive the therapy in the market. Always listen subordinate cautiously. Avoid pre-mindset tagging before review. Because majority of the time I had seen many pharma managers, they sit with a pre-mindset, okay, this person is a defaulter. This person is defaulter, he is not putting his effort. So before doing review, before talking to him, expressing him, don't judge anything. While creating an action plan of any critical issues, set up a stepwise action plan. It's a normal individual tendency. If I want to travel from first floor to 10th floor, I need to cross one floor step by step. I can't travel from first floor to directly 10th floor. Same is happening. But majority of the time, people forget that. People, what they do, they prepare from first floor, I need to jump on 10th floor. And here again, majority of the time, team productivity get affected, and such people get surrendered. Okay, my boss or the plan has been prepared for me is not right, and I should find out some other way. And majority of the attrition happen in this direction only. Majority of the losses happen because of this direction only. So because this is the most important point I think one should look towards. See, there are ways of communication, and I'm not talking here what kind of communication, but your communication would be always transaction model, that you are also giving response to people and people are also giving back. So there will be a two-way communication rather than happening one-way communication. So if your communication model is either interaction or transaction model, then you will get lot of insights. But if your communication is like an action model, then again it's a one-way direction, and you will not understood what are the gaps, what are the challenges, what are the hindrances in the team, and probably team again go on ISO, and which lowers down the people confidence. Once confidence has lowered down, then motivation, energy, everything get down. So always you, while communicating to your team, for example, you're thinking that you're going to launch a new brand, a brand A, where you are finding the market is of 1,000 crore. You had launched that brand, and you are setting an ideal YPM which one should achieve in quarter by quarter. So if as a leader I am saying, okay team, this brand is A and it's a 1,000 crore brand, and in quarter one I need to reach to an YPM of 1,000 bottles. So it's an action model communication here. Then that again failed or doesn't sell the vision to my people, and which lead to poor productivity. On the contrary, let's have an example with person A, patch A. What is the opportunity in his particular MCL, in doctor list? What kind of this drug is there? And then if I'm setting an action plan, setting up an YPM for that new launch brand, that could be a more convincing, more opportunistic, and it gives direction to my team. So always keep in such a transactional model rather than keeping action model to team. And while communicating anything, please do remember certain factor which affects unknowingly while in our communication: cultural diversity, people, gender, previous experience, level of interest, and people understanding speaking or writing abilities. There are many times it happen where while we are doing launches, new product launches, sales team, backbencher doesn't understood what conveyor has presented the things, and it lead to confusion into the 50% of the team. Now this 50% confused team is going in a market. What kind of result he will produce? Probably not a good result, and which lead to again pressure. So that's the reason your communication to be transparent. Your communication should consider what kind of team, what their understanding, their level of understanding, their culture, their behavior, all that pointer I should consider while giving my communication. Most important thing to keep a team motivated is recognizing and rewarding performance. What would be the RNR for team? Implementing a fair, transparent recognition system, a fair performance evaluation system, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. So that my team should understood that where I'm landing at the end of year. I should need not to wait to get my PMS appraisal at the end of year. Definitely, PMS appraisal will get once in a year only. But can I get a quarterly assessment of my team? So somebody who is in 10th at race, he can be at 8th level. Somebody who may be on a position of top 2 or 3. But as a manager, we never training your boss, you are on second position. If you speed up here, then probably you can reach to level 1. That timely intervention and recognition to be happen. Celebrating individual team achievements, offering incentives and motivating team, saying thank you. It is the biggest motivation ever. Just try to find out the opportunities, how I can say thank you to my team, how I am saying thank you to my team members' families, how I am celebrating the success of my team member with their families, giving one call or to a family member's team, family member of team member is it making a lot of social respect, lot of respect in his family to that member, and it bring a big motivation. So, and lastly and most important is how I am preparing a customized improvement plan of my team member, how I am providing a platform. Somebody is good in detailing, how I am providing him a platform to groom his detailing, and how that detailing is getting infectious to other 10 people in my team. That's a providing platform. Somebody is good in communications, so how I'm utilizing him, that resource delegation and platform providation. It's another important thing which one should look towards. This one of the data which I got it from Harvard University, and it is talking about what motivates team most. I think laggards, your team member who take initiation at last, they get motivated because of incentive, quarterly bonuses, and social pressures. Social pressure, what kind of image they are carrying in the team. So as a manager, those are laggards in my team who are last in taking initiation. I think I should really look towards beyond this pointer. There are star performer. There are performer in my team who always look towards how my salary, how my pay get increased. They are my star performer. I always look towards, I always need to create an action plan for such individual to keeping that point in mind. And most important team, a core team is core performer. These are the people who want to grow in their career. These are the people where only money doesn't matter to them. If you say, I am giving you world's best increment also, they may not stick to you, or they not get motivated. But these are the people who always like what new assignments are coming to me, what new challenges my manager is throwing to me, and how I am making it successful and how I am building up. These are the people who are your next layer leaders. So I think that this way we should bifurcate our people and give a motivation plan to them. And I think these most important crux of my slide, a factor which kills your productivity. Many times it has been happened that some performing team member who is with us, that time we take him and granted, but when he left to us, it created a lot of losses. So not valuing the right talent around you, it's the biggest mistake of leadership which kills the productivity. Sharing over information to your team. See, as a leader, you will get 10 types of data. But is it important that all the 10 data I am floating out to my medical rep? I got an external market data, external ORG, SMRC prescriber data of zone. And if as an area manager, somebody is sharing that with team and discussing, okay, boss, see, look, this is the West Zone data. And in West Zone, we lost the prescriber. It doesn't carry any kind of meaning to that medical rep. He is looking towards, sir, my doctor list is of 130 doctor, but I gain to 5 prescriber. So what kind of data I am sharing to my team and what I am delivering talk, that's again most important thing. Failing to take notes and keeping the records, because many times it happen, people manager are just going towards the current month number and they forget the past performance, and they are not able to connect and interlink performance of last month, last year, last month, last days, and that affect again to the people motivation. At the end of month, somebody got motivated, and but person who had put an heart and soul and hard efforts, he get not recognized. Poor listening and defensive posturing. People had asked you, somebody had got a less increment. He had came to a manager and asked, sir, why I got a less increment? People start defending. They doesn't, no, it's a management call. But let's had a word with him. Let's sat with him. Boss, this is the scenario. You get a less increment because of these 4 parameters. Here your score is less, your lead score is less, although your lag score is okay. Your focus performance is declining. So why should get a crystal clarity? I think that's most important. Wasting time on fruitless call. There are many typical managers in this pharma world who thought that if I am investing a daily or alternate hour, alternate day, 1 or 2 hour on Zoom call right now, it's a trend in market. Let's add a Zoom call. Issue happen. Let's connect team on Zoom call. Let's connect team on Google Meet. Please avoid a fruitless call. If you know this one message I can convey over the message, over the call, over the chat, why should I am investing my 2 hours? Because see, they are sales and marketing people. They are working on field, and all of the sudden they got a message ki bhai, let's come on Zoom time. They are standing somewhere in a market, which is affecting his social image also. Somebody from the pointer side is pointing out, oh, acha tera review chal raha hai. Oh, your boss is shouting on you. So many such things is happening. So please avoid wasting time on fruitless call. And role duplication. As I had already told, failure in providing a resource platform to the team. These are the pointers which badly affect and kills your team productivity. So one should look towards, whenever you are behaving like as a manager, you should look towards these aspects importantly. And finally, I want to say, winners never quit and quitters never win. It's a famous quote by Vincent Lombardi, who is a coach of one of the football team, and he's one of his major success. If you see the consistency in his success, his team has won almost 9 national world championship at a row. So thank you. That's it from my end.
Thank you very much, Mohsin. Wonderful presentation. We all thoroughly enjoyed the presentation, and it is quite comprehensive. Why I am mentioning it as a quite comprehensive, that you have touched upon each and every aspect of motivating team for the higher performance. That is a good point and good effort you have put on preparing the slide, doing research, gathering data. It is all overall very good presentation. That is great. So before we move over to the taking opinion of our other panelists and taking questions from the viewers, let me give a brief outline. What are the things you have covered? A brief synopsis. You started with one of the very important point, that if we want to build, motivate team for higher performance, selling vision and opportunity is very, very important. The way we should have the futuristic vision, we need to sell that futuristic vision to our people. And you gave a quote of Subhash Chandra Bose. तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुझे, हम तुम्हें आजादी देंगे. That is a very good way of selling vision, and people are open for opportunities. You also mentioned that today's people don't want the comfort zone. It is a new thing you told, and it is very important. Today's generation, they don't want comfort zone. They want to grow. They want to be in discomfort zone. They want to looking for opportunities to earn, learn, and grow. That is what. So we should not keep them in comfort zone. We should always give them challenges because they are looking for challenges. That is one thing you told. Building trust is another very important point you touch upon. Trust is the most important component of leading and for higher performance. And trust should be of both sides. They should trust you, and same time, we as a leader should also trust them. Right. So the micromanagement, like doing Zoom review and at the field work, during the field work, that all micromanagement should not be there if we trust them. Then you told about positive work environment. One of the very critical aspect you touch is every company who is successful today is because they create a positive work environment for people, very good work-life balance. And how to do that? Leading from front. Lead the team with vision, coaching on marketing tricks, and train them on capabilities, analyze and channelize. Both are very, very important. So this is a good point you have given. Optimizing leadership style component you touched upon, which talks about work-life balance. Review should not be bombardment. It should be futuristic. It should not be surgical strike. It should be futuristic, giving direction to the P. And you have given very good tips about how do's and don'ts during reviews, right? Role clarity. What is the role of a ABM? What is the role of a regional manager? What is the role of a territory sales manager? And you touched rightly one important point, which all across pharmaceuticals, I have been associated with many companies as a training consultant. I and Arpan take training in many companies, big companies. And what we realize is people are working one hierarchy low. A general manager is working as a regional manager is working as a ABM is working the MR job, and MR is enjoying the job. That is what is happening. That is why role clarity is very, very important. Delegation of job is important, and focusing on strength. We as a leader should not focus on the weakness of people. We should focus on their strength. Time has gone to improve the weakness. We should focus on the strength, harp upon the leverage the strength. Then you talked about leader versus manager. Very good points you told. Leader looks after changes and manager looks after problem solving. Leader is vision oriented. Leader is thinking about effectiveness, while manager is focusing on efficiency. And effective performance review, you gave very good tips on review. And you told about what motivates people in the last. Laggards are motivated by bonus and social pressure. Core performers are motivated by multi-tier targets and price, nurture, and value. While stars who are consistent performer, they are motivated by overachievement and commission. So overall, it is a wonderful session, Mohsin. Thank you very much. I would like to go to Nasuruddin and Arpan to share their views. Yes, Arpan, what is your view? Your take-home message, 1 or 2 points you want to share, which you think you like most?
Yes, thank you so much, Yashwant sir. Yes, it was a real, what to say, it was a brain teaser as far as inspiration is concerned. Well, if you ask me in simple words, what is inspiration? Inspiration is a rubber band which is stretched. I can stretch a rubber band, but the moment I release it, it comes back to its original position. So the inspiration part, the motivation part is how long does it stay in the person to whom I impart it? That is the most important thing. So that means motivational sessions or inspirational sessions need to be done at regular intervals so that we can inculcate the participants with this in a correct dose. That means it is a dose that has to be given or prescribed regularly, because after the motivational session, the person's brain or mind is just like a rubber band which is stretched. But slowly and surely, it comes back to its original position. But before that is done, we take the second session so that once again, we can give them that dose of inspiration. And yes, for a high performance team, the most important part is having a shared vision. A shared vision is very important because it is one vision which unites the team together so that everybody knows what exactly I have to do. That means my personal goals and my professional goals have to be on the same line. And third thing, as you correctly said, that days are gone when you try to weaken the weakness. Days have come when you try to strengthen the strength. Because the moment we try to strengthen the strength, we are basically giving capability to the participant to weaken the weakness. Because if a person was not good in maths from school, do you think he's going to be really good in college? No, he's just going to pass out. But if a person is good in communication right from school days, and if he gives more importance to this, if he dwells on this subject more, at the end of the day, after college, he will become an expert. And in a country which is obsessed of keeping children quiet in school, how do you think that when they pass out from college, they will be good communicators? It's impossible. So either we change the way we look at students in school, the curriculum in the school, because it is not the right to learning. It is the right learning that is very important. We always stress on right to learning. Arey bhaiya, right to learning se kya hoga? Unless we have the right learning in process, so that we can inculcate our students with the right amount of things that they need to do, so that they find those things relevant in the professional world. What amount of things we have learned in school that we are actually using in our professional journey? I think very few. So let us take inspiration from what Mr. Sheikh has said about strengthening our strengths instead of thinking of too much on the weaknesses. And that is a way forward as far as inspiring a high performance team is concerned. Thank you so much for your wonderful inputs. I really enjoyed it. Over to you, Yashwant sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Arpan, for giving insights. I would like to go to Muhammad Nasruddin Chisti now, our co-moderator, to share his opinion about what Mohsin has delivered. Yes, Nasruddin.
First of all, I would like to appreciate the presentation of Mohsin. Almost he has touched all the points, and few points we have forgotten. So it has been, warm up for us also to recall the old practices. So we had done, in same pattern we used to work because we were colleagues. So I had very good memories with Mohsin, and trainings timely what we had taken on review and refresher. So excellent. It was a
Thank you
totally
very
excellent
much.
session.
Thank you very much, Nasruddin, for sharing your views. He is known as a driving leader all across in JBL Sepla. That is what brings him to this platform. Some of the people who have appreciated a lot of people are still watching on live. I would like to name few. Madhuri Doshi is on, ICS Verma sir is on, Raman Barke is on, Abid Hussain Siddiqui, thank you very much for appreciation. Sheikh Muhammad Zafar Muhammad Umair, thank you very much, Umair, for appreciating our this session. And Sheikh Akib has one answer, Mohsin, one very relevant question, one question. Sheikh Akib asks, if a candidate is working in the same company for last 2 years, and now he is thinking that reminders and campaign is useless. I don't want to do reminder call, and OPD camps and campaigns are useless. How to treat these people? How to change their approach? You can give some tip to say Akib. Yes, Mohsin, your views on that.
I think sir, it's all about again how I am setting up the context and vision. Because see, it's a pharma tradition that we used to do a morning reminder call and OPD clinic. But again, while doing this, whether I am doing with right set of customer or not, that matters a lot. So if
Yes.
somebody is doing, if somebody some customer who is not of a mindset of visit, and if I'm putting in a reminder over there, it doesn't work out. If somebody but yes, reminder and these will work out more at institution where early morning OPD gets started. So as a leader, Akib, you should look towards what set of customer he's visiting and on which set of customer he's putting this effort. Is it going anonymously on his entire doctor list or entire MCL of 130 doctor? Then it is going on a wrong direction. But if it is going with selected set of customer by understanding their profiling, then you will get a success and result of that. And on the second time, when you're leading as a manager, you're handling a team of minimum 3 to 4 people. Let's ask same question to other your 3 team members. What are their view onto this exercise? If they all are saying, might be they are having their successes, percolate that success with that colleague. Okay, boss, see, your other 3 friends are getting result of because of this exercise, but you're not getting. because your right customer selection is not there. And don't to finish your story here, go with him on a field, select a right customer, then give, probably result will come. And that's why only I in talk I had told that let's lead with the vision and coach on market tricks. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now there is another question, little bit tricky question about negative motivation. Sandeepan is asking, wonderful presentation, Mohsin. Thank you very much. If someone is not motivated with positive motivation or any of the money, recognition he don't want, he is very comfort zone, casual approach, negative attitude, how we can motivate him? Got the point? All the leaders already tried all the positive ways of motivation, right? He is not changing. His attitude is not changing. Behavior is not changing. No, sir, I am okay. I am happy. I don't want incentive. I don't want promotion. I don't want anything. I am happy, like that. So how to motivate this person? If you can guide something or some tips.
Right. I think as a manager, we should always measure our people on skill and will basis. So
Yes.
if somebody who is having low in skill, or then I should, my all motivation, whatever I am doing, putting investment to improve his skill, that works a lot. But somebody, if it is not at all into the willing mode, so here motivation to be first to pull out from his negativity. Why? Because see, what I had observed, that what happened many times, someone is performer for a 1 or 2 year, all of the sudden since last 3 to 4 months, he become a non-performer. So that journey of getting depressed, I will say depressed, or that person has lose the confidence on you. And that's the reason he's not able to share your problem, his problem, and he feel dull because he's getting insecurity. He's neither able to open in front of you, nor trying to share his difficulties. So first of all, in such cases, I think we should have a deep dive and assessment that what is actually, where actually problem lies. If it is at all a will issue, then I think and candidate has surrendered, then nothing to do with this candidate. But if candidate was performing and now he is landing in it, please reassess it. This candidate, sat with him, find out, let's recall his past successes, and discussion, do a transaction model discussion with him. Don't do just an interaction model. Do a transaction model discussion on an open platform. You will get insights. It's not a case of motivation. It's a case where somewhere he get hurted out. Either one case where he get hurted out some of your decision or something, or he lose the entire confidence that okay, these manager or these seniors are only doing commitment and not acting on that pointers. So find out the root cause. That's only then find out the probably motivation.
Good. Good insight you have said. Wonderful thoughts, Mohsin. Thank you very much again. Before we go to the closing remarks, I would like to show a small video on motivating. That is, what is a leadership and performance culture. This video I found very relevant in the context. Is just 4 minutes video on leadership culture. What Mohsin has shared, it is just a reiteration of that. So let us watch this video.
Specifically, how this model, when implemented, leads to a high-performance culture. But what's so important about an organization's culture anyway? Why should leaders even care or pay attention to culture? In order to understand the answer to that question, let's start with the end in mind. Every leader wants their organization to be successful, and there are many definitions of success. For some, it's about creating great products or serving customers well. For others, it's about growth and profitability. And for others still, it's about bringing healing, peace, and beauty to a world that desperately needs it. Whatever your organization's definition of success, it's the leader's responsibility to achieve it. And of course, that begins with a strategy. Strategy is a word that defines how an organization will achieve success, but your ability to execute on your strategy is dependent on your organization's culture. A positive and flourishing culture enables strategy to be executed, while a negative or unhealthy culture torpedoes or undermines strategy. This connection between culture, strategy, and success is well documented in research and practice, and can be summarized by a common phrase: culture eats strategy for breakfast. It's a quote commonly attributed to Peter Drucker, one of the top management gurus of the 20th century. In other words, if you care about the success of your organization, you need to care about culture. Leaders often put together great strategies, and they often assemble great teams to execute on those strategies, but they still come up short. And that is often because they haven't created the right environment or high-performance culture to enable success. So what is a high-performance culture? Through work with leaders and organizations around the world, we've identified 6 characteristics that define a high-performance culture. Number 1, everyone understands why their work matters. People only give 100% of themselves, their creativity, their motivation, their focus, when they are able to connect their day-to-day activities with the purpose of the organization, something they know will make the world a better place. Number 2, values are practiced throughout the organization. Identifying values and holding people accountable to them creates an environment of trust and alignment around priorities. This, in turn, allows the organization to move with greater speed towards achieving its purpose. Number 3, all activities provide real value to the customer. Organizations with a high-performance culture prevent and remove wasteful tasks that take away from fulfilling a central component of their mission, which is to serve their customer well. Number 4, people's roles match up with their passion and capabilities. It takes time to understand people's design, both what they're good at and what they love to do. When this is done intentionally and in alignment with the organization's purpose, teams become dramatically more creative and productive. Number 5, teams grow and flourish without dependency on individual leaders. Leaders are intentional about delegating both responsibility and authority, so their teams are empowered to make decisions in alignment with their organization's mission, vision, and values. And finally, number 6, bottom line results and goals are achieved. Building a great culture is not mutually exclusive with growth and profitability. Instead, they are a natural consequence. Bottom line, when leaders build a high-performance culture, they are creating a foundation that will enable success. So now that we know what a high-performance culture is, how do we create one? Leadership is the key. You won't get the culture you need without high-performing leaders. But this doesn't happen by accident. They must be developed. And that's where Dr. John Stallworth and the Serving Leader model comes in. The Serving Leader model creates high-performing leaders that, in turn, create high-performance cultures. There are 2 parts to the Serving Leader model: the Serving Leader Compass and the 5 actions. The Serving Leader Compass defines where your organization is going. It helps leaders answer 4 fundamental questions required to describe the organization's definition of success. Then, the 5 actions show your leadership team how to get there. The 5 actions are a result of years of research by Dr. John Stallworth working with organizations and leaders around the world, where he identified the behaviors great leaders were consistently practicing that produced extraordinary results. The Serving Leader model is filled with practical tools and techniques that turn managers into high-performing leaders that produce high-performance cultures.
So I found it a very beautiful depiction of whatever things Mohsin has told today. He talked about culture, as you recollect, aligned wordings are different, but throughout the presentation, Mohsin talked about transparency, leading, supporting. This is the culture. This is the culture we should have if you want to bring the high performance team. And it says the culture eats the strategy in the breakfast. So any strategy will not work if the culture is not transparency. There is no supportive culture, no leadership. Then all the strategy which comes from HO will be of useless. That is what I like in this video, and reinforcement of presentation by Sheikh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. We thoroughly enjoyed today's session. So with that, before going to Arpan again for closing words, I would like to go to Sheikh Mohsin for closing remarks. Mohsin, how did you find our platform, your feedback, and take home message for the viewers? Closing remarks from your side.
Okay, I think, sir, it's a fantastic work which you are doing via this pharma coalition and getting an opportunity that every pharma person to understood what best going on in the industry. So I think it has been told that the make success to be infectious. We as a manager are making it inside our team. But being an external person, you, Yashwant sir, and you and Arpan sir, you are making it alive to entire Indian pharma market, or I can say global pharma market. So thanks a lot for providing such a platform to people to share their views, to learn there, because there are many LPC session I had attended, and it is really very insightful, where we get a practical knowledge and practical weakness, strengths, how where as a leader can improve. And I think from my side, towards this high performance self effectiveness, only one line I would like to say, see, every team individual is having a great potential. Every individual is having a great potential. Only as a leader, you should have that eyes to scan that potential. Because I don't find nobody is poor and nobody is a great performer. The self itself is in a team of ordinary people doing an extraordinary work. Cell is here people come by accident, not by choice. So this is the background of this segment. So we should understand the strength of every individual and act on it. And probably if that is happening, then everyone will be high performing and motivated. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would like to go to Nasruddin now. Nasruddin, how was the experience with you? Take home message for the viewer. Nasruddin, unmute your mic.
So it has been a good experience, and it is always good experience to associate it with LPC. A lot of things we learned from this forum, sir. Like today's, I have learned few things from Mohsin, which surely I am going to implement within coming review meets of ours, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So thank you all the viewers for your time and sharing insight. Again, before this King Faruqi, he has been appreciating now. He has asked a question, but let me tell King Faruqi, your question has already been answered by Mohsin. How can we motivate a senior medical representative? His mindset is working on the same designation since 6 to 7 years. Please focus on key parameters. I think Mohsin has already shared. Sit with him, understand the root cause, why he is not, his mindset is like that, and what motivates him, find out, and then you can help, right? Thank you very much. Over to Arpan for the closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Yashwant sir. It said that we must set our sail as per the direction of the wind, because we cannot change the direction of the wind. We can only change the direction of the sail. So for that reason, I think the question that he asked about senior medical reps, so I think this line will be the perfect answer for that question. Well, a wonderful line also you pointed in this video, that culture eats strategy for breakfast. That means whatever and however big our strategy may be, if the culture is not good, everyday strategies will be made, and by the end of the day, they will be eaten up. So that is why, to make sure that our strategies are worthwhile, we first need to ensure that our culture is sound. The organization is a learning organization. Then only we can implement strategies. And the second thing is that feedback is the breakfast of champions. This was said by Ken Blanchard. Because unless and until we have feedback, just going to a doctor and detailing the products will not help us in any way. It is just doing our duty, but it is not building a career. If we need to build a career, we must get the proper feedback, and then only we can make our move, make our joint visit, whatever it is, accordingly. So thank you so much, Mr. Sheikh Mohsin, for such wonderful, inspiring words. I think you have actually inspired a generation of leaders, so that from tomorrow when they start working, they would definitely keep some of the points, I would say the key points or the insights that you have shared through your deliberation today on LPC 164. Thank you so much, Yashwant sir. You are always an asset for any type of discussion, because your experience and learnings that you keep on sharing often become the direction for many of us. And Nasir ji, you are always there as a big wind below our wings, so that we can fly high, we can fly higher, and we can become stronger. Well, LPC is incomplete without Imagica Health. So thank you so much, Imagica Health, for your live streaming support. In fact, you have been a key performer for us as far as spreading learning and development is concerned. So we look forward to your constant support in our learning endeavor. We are still not over with COVID. So let us practice the COVID appropriate behaviors of SMS, that is sanitization, mask and social distancing, along with the compulsory vaccination. Let us keep our environment clean and green. It is summertime, so please keep some water outside for the birds and animals, because they also feel very thirsty. And to end it up, a small inspiring story, so to say. Well, last week I was going to a field that is near my house. I was just passing that and a football match was happening between my locality team and another team. And I just asked a young boy that what is the score? With a big smile on his face, he said, "We are losing 2-0. I said, "You are losing 2-0 and you are having such a big smile on your face. You should be having a frown." He said, "Don't worry, uncle, we will win the game." So hearing that, I looked a bit surprised that smiling and telling will win. I went on. While coming back, I found these guys leaving the field, and I asked the same small boy that what was the score. He said, "We won 4-3. So this is the confidence. This is the confidence. Even if you are losing 2-0, you are confident that you are going to be a winner. More often than not, it is we people who blow the final whistle. We blow the final whistle. It's not the referee who blows it. We accept defeat before we are actually defeated. That is why I always said, we might fall, but that does not mean we have failed. It is basically a learning that we need to imbibe within ourselves to take the next step. And that next step is going to be the step of success. So friends, let us not blow the final whistle ourselves before the referee has actually blown it. And that is why in cricket it is said, the match is not over till the last ball is bowled. So thank you so much for such wonderful inspiration on a Sunday morning on LPC 164. Thank you so much for your audience, for chipping in with your thoughts, your questions, and your learnings. We are always eager to have your learnings with us, because that's what fires us to become better than what we have been today. So this is Arpan Kumar Paul saying goodbye to all of you, with a promise of reconnecting with all of you next Sunday at the same time, with a new set of speakers, with a new set of thoughts and a new set of learnings. So from today, at all of us in LPC, it is goodbye and thank you to all. Namaste and have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, team.
Thank you.